What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Greenville Living Experience. Today's video is all about food, which is one of my personal favorite topics. I am such a foodie. I love to talk about food. I love to eat food, and I will literally never turn it down. So if you are looking for some great restaurants and dining options in the Greenville area, then this is the video for you. First up, let's start with breakfast. We can't talk about Greenville if we don't talk about Stack's Diner. So Stack's actually has two locations. You have the original Stack's location, and then you have the Stack's Omega Diner. And what's really cool about Stack's is that this is a locally owned and operated restaurant in Greenville itself, and it's been open since 1988. And in 2017, Southern Living magazine designated it as one of the South's best diners, and Travel and Leisure magazine also noted Stack's as one of the top 16 diners in the South. And after you're done with breakfast, make sure you stop in next door at the Stack's Bakery and grab a little sweet treat to head on your way out. You're gonna expect to spend about $15 to $20 per person here at the restaurant. Next up is Maple Street Biscuit Company. Maple Street is located right off of Main Street on the corner of East North Street. And if you are looking for a classic good biscuit, then this is the place for you. It's very similar to a Biscuit Head, so if you've ever been to a Biscuit Head establishment, then you're gonna kind of expect the same thing. If you've never been to either, we do have both Biscuit Head and Maple Street in the area, so you could go to one or the other. You can expect to spend about $10 to $15 per person there. If you are looking for a fine dining experience, think white tablecloths, luxurious feel, then Hall's Chop House is definitely the place for you. It is located right on Main Street next to the Reedy River. It has the floor-to-ceiling windows that overlook downtown, the white tablecloths, very luxurious feel. The bar is open 7 days a week, and you have nightly music there. And you're gonna find USDA prime and choice beef here, as well as locally sourced poultry and fish. And they do have vegetarian and gluten-free options, as well as an extensive wine menu list. And so you're gonna expect to spend closer to the $50 to $100 mark per person at Hall's. Taking a little bit of a step down from Hall's, which is still a finer dining experience, but not quite as fine as Hall's, is Larkin's. You can expect to find very similar food here with award-winning steaks, fresh seafood, and an eclectic, extensive wine menu list. And again, your price per person here is going to be closer to the $30 to $50 mark, but they do have a couple of dishes that can get a little bit more expensive than that. Next up, we're going to talk about Sobeys. Sobeys is one of the most popular restaurants in Greenville itself. Again, it is located right in the heart of downtown. It is a take on Southern comfort food, but with a modern flair. Things like fried green tomatoes, pimento cheese fondue, banana cream pie, crab cakes, all of the fun things you're gonna find there at Sobeys. You're gonna expect to spend about $30 to $50 per person if you're looking to eat there as well. Our next restaurant is Passerelle Bistro, and Passerelle is located right on the edge of Falls Park. It overlooks the Liberty Bridge, which is kind of funny when you consider that Passerelle itself translated into English means footbridge. So the footbridge restaurant is overlooking the Liberty Bridge. So you can sit outside and enjoy the outdoor seating while overlooking Falls Park, or you can choose the indoor option. You may actually recognize this restaurant. If any of you have watched the Netflix show Love on the Spectrum, then this restaurant is actually featured in the show, where two of the people on that show go on a date here at Passerelle. This is classic bistro fare with comfort dishes, and you're gonna be looking at a price point of about $30 to $60 per person. Taking you up into the sky of Greenville, we're gonna jump to Juniper. So Juniper is located on the 8th floor of the AC Hotel in downtown Greenville. This is a rooftop restaurant and bar. You have stellar food and cocktails here, as well as the incredible views of downtown and views of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Your price per person here is about $30 to $60. And continuing with being up in the sky brings us to our next restaurant, which is another rooftop restaurant called Up on the Roof. Again, you're gonna have handcrafted cocktails, beers, wines, as well as small plates that have locally sourced ingredients. So whether you're looking for a midday retreat or you're looking to spend a night in the stars, then Up on the Roof definitely gives you that appeal. You're gonna be looking to spend about $30 per person here. Our next restaurant is Grill Marks. So if you are looking for just a classic good meal, then Grill Marks is definitely that. It's got burgers, fries, and handcrafted milkshakes, and it doesn't get much better than that if you're looking for just a classic comfort food meal. And the fun thing about Grill Marks is they do have spiked milkshakes for the adults. You're looking to spend about $10 to $20 per person here at Grill Marks. Next up, we have one of my all-time personal favorites, which is Lewis's Barbecue. So Lewis's was actually started out in Texas, and then they brought a location to Charleston, South Carolina, and then opened the Greenville, South Carolina location. So it's right on the edge of downtown Greenville, and they are known for their brisket. And let me tell you, I was a pulled pork girl through and through. I didn't want anything to do with brisket. But when I got to Lewis's and I tried the brisket, which they let you sample for free, by the way, my world was changed. It is the best brisket ever. I am making that statement. I have claimed it. It's true. You can't argue with me. It's so good. It's so good. So I highly recommend, if you are a barbecue fan, then you've got to stop in at Lewis's and you have to try the brisket because it is well worth it. And you're going to be looking to spend about $25 to $30 per person at Lewis's. Our next location is probably the most extensive location in the fact that it has multiple restaurants in it. So we can't talk about restaurants in Greenville and not talk about Gather Greenville. Gather is an outdoor food hall with a ton of different restaurants in old shipping containers, and they are all connected with a courtyard that has tables and lounging areas. A lot of times you'll find live music out there. It is an incredible atmosphere to go hang out with friends or family. They've got everything from Greek to Mexican to smoothies to donuts to burgers to sushi and hibachi to Italian to pub food. It's got all of the options. So if you're in Greenville and you're looking for a place to eat and you don't know what you want, or your group can't decide what they want to eat, Gather Greenville is a great place to start because it's got a little bit of something for everybody. And it was actually awarded the 6th best food hall in the United States by USA Today, which is all the more reason to go stop in and eat there. And you're going to expect to spend about $15 to $20 per person. And last but not least, we're talking about Carmela's Dessert Bar and Cafe. So Carmela's is located right at the bottom half of Camperdown Plaza, right next to Falls Park on the Reedy River. And you're gonna find a whole rotation of desserts on hand here, like your sorbets, your cookies, your cakes, and all of that. But you're also gonna have coffee, beer, wine, cocktails. They do serve sandwiches and pizza. So you do also get the food aspect as well as the dessert aspect. So it's a great place to stop in and check out. And you can expect to spend anywhere between $5 to $20 per person here, depending on if you're just gonna go for drinks and desserts or if you're gonna go for the full-blown cafe experience. And that's a wrap on today's video. I hope you got some great restaurant recommendations. If you've been to any of the restaurants, make sure you go to the comments below and tell me what your favorite restaurant was and what your favorite dish that you got there was. Or if you try one of the restaurants that's not on the list, make sure you also comment that below. I will be doing more videos food related on this channel in the future and talking a little bit more about other restaurants outside of Greenville but close by that might be worth your time to stop in at.